Okay, so we're going to do the video tutorial for PowerPoint Independent Project 1-6. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is take you through downloading the files you're going to need for this project. As you can see, anytime up here it says Start File and Resources, that means you're going to need more than one file to complete this exercise. You can download them separately if you want, but I prefer to download them together using the File Download Wizard. Then I know I'm not going to forget anything. Everything is going to be what I need, so where I need it. So I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to download the resource bundle. And then I always get the solution file as well. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to close. Then I go up here on my browser and click on my little three dots here, my settings. I'm on Microsoft Edge, so this is where mine is. It's right in the upper right, right up here. For some reason, my ripples aren't showing on my mouse, so I'm not sure why that is. Okay, so then I'm going to go to downloads. So here's my solution file. I don't need that just yet. These are all the resources I need, and it's a zipped file. So I'm going to have to open it. So I'm going to click to open. And then I get here, and I'm still not quite there yet. I've got to extract these because they're in a zip file. So I'm going to go up here on my bar and click extract all right here. Okay, I'm not going to worry about where it's going to go right into my downloads folder. I'm going to leave them there, but I am going to come down here and click extract. Okay, now I get the folder. When I double click on the folder, everything I need is there. So I have the graphics that I'm going to need and the PowerPoint presentation that I want to start with. So I'm going to go ahead and double click that and open it. Okay, then I'm going to go back to my browser to get my instructions. And I'm actually going to drag these off to my other monitor so you won't see these, but I can look over to my right and see my directions, which is going to be kind of important to me here. So at any rate, let me get back into my PowerPoint now. So we're right here. This is where, oops, I guess I opened the wrong one. Hang on here. I'm going to go ahead and close this. Go up here and open. Let me go to my downloads. Come on, downloads folder. That's the solution dependent project. Okay, I think it's in this one right here, this one. So we're going to double click on that one. Yep, so you should be opening this file to start off with. Okay, so I'm going to start with instruction number 1, which says to open it. It's renamed automatically, just like in the past. And now it says to insert a picture, apply a design ideas layout, and change theme options. So direction 3A says to insert the picture walk 1-01 downloaded from the resources link on slide 1. So we're going to put it on slide 1. So I'm going to go up here to the insert tab on my ribbon to go to insert and then pictures and then this device because I want to get it off of this computer. And then I'm going to go to my downloads folder where everything went. And then I'm in this folder right here. These are all the resources I need for that file. Click again. And now I've got my walk 1-01. So I'm going to double click on that and it's going to put it right here. The design pane opens up as it says in the directions. And then I'm going to select the layout with the picture on the left and a larger area for the title and subtitle on the right. So I'm going to choose this one right here because the picture is on the left. This has the larger item. So we're going to choose this design and you can see it shifts everything right where it needs to be. Okay, so now we're going to close the design ideas pane, which I can do right here with this little X. I'm over to the right here. Close there. And then it says to change the theme font to Arial Black Arial. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go up here to design on my ribbon, the design tab, which is right up here. And then these are my themes. I've already got this theme selected. So I'm going to go over here to the little down arrow. And oops, I'm sorry, I'm going to go over here under variants to the design, to the down arrow. And here are colors, fonts, effects, and background styles. And I want fonts. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to scroll down until I see Arial Black Arial right here. Arial Black Arial. So we're going to click on that. And that changes the font for the whole presentation because it's changing our theme. It's not just changing for this slide or this placeholder. Okay. So now it says to display slide 1, which right now is the only slide we have, and replace the placeholders. Okay, be very careful here because the first time I did this, I assumed I didn't read. I assumed this was the title and this was the subtitle, and that is not correct. I got that wrong. So make sure that when you click on here, you're in the title and type in pedestrian safety matters. Okay, and then in the subtitle, what it says here, click to add subtitle. We're going to say keeping, you really want to watch your spelling here, that New Year's, don't worry about a capitalization yet, we get to that later, active. Keeping that New Year's resolution to be more active, and then we're just going to click away. Okay, now step 5 says to adjust the text. It says select the subtitle placeholder, which was this one, and change the case to capitalize each word. Okay, that's going to be on your home tab up on the ribbon. So it's up here. Okay, and then this is your case right here, and it'll say change case. Click on that little arrow and you get an option to capitalize each word. So we're going to do that. Actually, I guess I'm going to need to select the text and then do that. There we go. So keeping that New Year's resolution to be more active. Okay, now it wants us to change the font to 24. So again, we're going to keep our text selected. Go up here to the font on the home tab. Go to the size right up in here and say 24. And then it also says to move the subtitle placeholder up and click align left. So we're going to go over the placeholder till we get these arrows, which mean move, and we're going to move it up a bit. And you can see they kind of have a figure there that's going to tell you, so I'm going to move it slightly up above the guy's head. And now we want to align left, which is right here. Paragraph, align left. And everything gets aligned left. So that should be just about right. Okay, now we're going to do the title placeholder, and we're going to size so that all text displays at 60. So we're going to highlight the text, go up here to our font size again, and choose 60. Okay, and then it says select both placeholders and align them on the left. Okay, so we're going to go here and we're going to align this on the left as well. So there we are. Both of them are aligned to the left. It looks a lot like our figure 1-127 in the instructions for this independent project. Okay, so that part's done. I'm going to kind of click away here to get that to deselect. Now it says to reuse slides from another presentation. So it says in 6A to open the reuse slides pane. So I'm going to go to new slide, home, and then new slide. And then down at the bottom, it'll say reuse slides. So we're going to do that. And now we're going to have to browse to find the slides we need. So mine are in my downloads folder. So I'm going to go back to downloads here, back to my resources, and then open this. And then we're going to go to this PowerPoint right here. And now you can see those slides are all here. Now you can see it's in a totally different theme. Everything is different, but that's okay. We're going to fix that. As a matter of fact, the next instruction, 6B, says deselect use source formatting so the slides you insert will display with the destination theme and insert all 5 slides. Okay, so mine is already unchecked. It's down here at the bottom right, keep source formatting. I don't want to keep the source formatting. That's going to keep these slides blue, etc. But right now, we're just going to send all those slides over. All I have to do is click on them, and they all go over here. And now you can notice that the theme colors have changed. Everything has changed to match what we currently have going on in our presentation. Okay? So now it says display slide 2, which is right here. And put your insertion point in front of the word guard, which is right down here in the 5th bullet, I think, right here, guard. and it wants us to hit enter. So that's going to become a new bullet. Okay, so there we are. Now it says display slide 1, which is up here. Check the spelling button. Okay, so it's under review. So we're going to go up here to review and then spelling. Okay, and now we're going to check the spelling. So right now we have pedestrians. So that's the one we want. No apostrophe or anything. So we're going to choose that option and then choose change. And then aggressive, again, we're going to choose change. Remember is already selected, so we just have to select change. Traffic, change. Traffic again, change. Regardless, change. And cloudy. You want to watch here because that's not the option that's automatically selected. You have to come down and choose cloudy and then change. Okay, our spell check is complete. All of that is good. Okay, now we're going to adjust our slide order as follows. Pedestrian Safety Matters is the title slide, so that stays right where it is. Then we want Take a Walk, so that's next. But then we want Respect Your Surroundings, which actually is slide 5. So all I'm going to do is click and hold and drag it up to where it's after Take a Walk. Then we want Wear the Right Outfits, and then Increase Your Visibility should now become slide 5, and then Use Caution is slide 6. And so that's all you have to do. Double check everything, make sure it matches the list in instruction 9, and you're good to go. Now, instruction 10 says to add a footer with the text Pedestrian Safety Matters. Apply it to all slides except the title slide. So we are going to go up to Insert, and then we're going to go over into the text group and say Header and Footer right here. And then we're going to go down here towards the bottom and check Footer. This is where we're going to say Pedestrian Safety Matters. Again, be careful of your capitalization and your spelling. And then we're going to say don't show on the title slide. It wants it on all slides except the title slide. So we're going to check that, and then we're going to come down here and say apply to all. And then you want to double check. And it's right here kind of on the side. That's where our theme puts it. And you can see it's on every slide except for the title slide. And that's what we want. Okay, now on number 11, it says insert and position a picture. So it says display slide 6, which is use caution. From the resources link, insert the picture walk 2-01. So we're on our insert tab already. We're going to do pictures from this device. And then it automatically opened to that for me. So otherwise you're going to have to navigate to wherever you saved it. And we want walk 2 and say insert. Okay, now it says move the picture to the upper left. And I'm looking at the figure 1.128 to kind of see about where they put it. And so it looks like it does kind of cross, not goes all the way up into the left corner, but about right there. I don't think they're really going to matter that much, but I think you want to leave this little character here visible. So I would put it about right there to the upper left of the slide. Now we're going to apply a transition in instruction 12. So we want to go up here to our ribbon to the transitions tab. And then one of our options here is push. And we want it to say from the right. So we're going to go all the way over here to effect options, which is right here. And it's going to say from the right, which is going to have it come in there. And then apply that to all slides. So we got to come over here and say apply to all right there. Click on that. Now it says preview the transitions in the slideshow view. All you do is go to your slideshow tab on your ribbon up here and then do from the beginning. Okay, and it's going to show on my other monitor, so you can't see it, but on you, it should come up to preview. Just click your way through the slide presentation. You can see it changing on my screen there as I'm clicking through otherwise, but you just can't see the push. So that's okay. And then when you get to the end, click it off, and then that's good. Okay, now it wants us to open the Properties dialog box, which is always under the File tab on your ribbon, and then Info. It doesn't say Properties until you click on Info. Okay, so now we're going to do our title, which right now says PowerPoint presentation. Change that to Pedestrian Again, watch your spelling and your capitalization. Type it in exactly as it says. The subject, which we don't see subject, so we need to come down here and say show all properties. And then we need to come down here and find subject. And our subject is active lifestyle, like that. And then we also need author. So we're going to come in here, add an author, and we're going to type in Anna Lorenzo. Doesn't matter if it says we couldn't find it. It's going to go in, just make sure that she gets put in there. Anna Lorenzo, right there. Okay, and then it says close the properties box, which we just go up to this arrow up here to get back to our presentation. And now it says save and close. So I'm just going to save it. It's Betty.Boyer, Independent 1.6. I know it's in my downloads folder. Make sure you know where this is and that you haven't, saved it again somewhere else or whatever. So then you're just going to save it and we're going to close it by going up to the X. Okay, and then I'm going to bring my instructions back over because we're going to scroll up and now we're going to submit. So we're going to upload my file. Okay, so here it is. I'm in my downloads folder. I can see that up here. This is the file I just worked with. Okay, independent project. So I'm going to click on that, click open, crossing my fingers here, and I'm going to say yes, submit the file for grading. When I did it before, which I can show you my previous attempts, I did get 100%. So we're going to see here what happens. Preparing the result, drum roll, 100%. There we go. So you should be good to go. If you did not get 100%, remember you've got this report here that will show you, like here if I say correct, it'll show you everything that you did. You can click anything that's in blue or red, I believe, or it might be, yeah, blue or red is going to be an error. You can see your points here. If you got 0 out of 1 or, whatever, 1 out of 3, you have an issue there. You can go back to your same file. So up over here, you can download your submitted file and make any corrections and then resubmit that file. Just make sure you're keeping track of what file you're working on, where it is, so you submit the correct file. Otherwise, you're just going to keep getting the same grade or 0 points if it's your original file. If you have any questions, as always, to my class, call me. If you're watching this on YouTube, I hope this helps. All right, take care.